Pokémon Center in Hiroshima is my favorite. It could just be rose-tinted glasses of seeing the red-ish Gyarados statue for the first time, or that when I compare it to the Pokémon Center in Fukuoka, where I live, it's massive. Well, it looks like all of that could change, as Hiroshima's Pokémon Center recently closed down and remodeled and moved to a different location. And I entered into a lottery to be one of the first people to get to go shopping at the new store. And I was denied. But fellow Pokevlogger Pokemon Lid Adventures also applied, and he was accepted, and he invited me to go along with him. So it's time to check out the newly remodeled Hiroshima Pokemon Center. Was it worth tearing down the beautiful red-ish Gyarados statue? Let's find out.
I ain't gonna waste your time, because this trip was all about the Pokemon Center. We arrived in Hiroshima before noon, because our reservation was set at noon. I was a bit nervous because of previous experiences with not being able to get what I wanted, but we couldn't even line up for a while. So, I decided to film outside of the Pokemon Center. Just like the prior Hiroshima Center, they had Pokemon designs all over the walls. But unlike the one prior, they had an awesome Munchlax statue sitting outside on a bench. I love him. He's my son. Munchlax was holding Momiji Manju, which is Hiroshima's specialty souvenir snack. In terms of representing its city, the new Pokemon Center was already doing a good job. With enough wasted time, we finally lined up, and my anticipation began to build. After all, Hiroshima was my favorite Pokemon Center, and I just absolutely love the red-ish Gyarados. I was getting a bit nervous.
So we're in line for the next 15 minutes or so.
15 minutes in line?
Yeah. Is there anything specific that you're looking for to get while we're here?
Any exclusive Pikachu. That looks good.
How do you feel? We walked past like some scalpers that looked like...
I always feel the same way every time I walk by them.
Do you think even with seeing that, there's still a chance that we'll be able to get what we want?
Yeah, I mean, first week after the shop being open, I'm pretty sure they have to predetermine certain amount of items. So I assume yes.
Yeah.
I don't feel too concerned, especially Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So
in a way, what has concerned me is that right now, there is nobody behind us.
Yes.
Eventually, our time came, and we started to move to another line. But this one was right outside the center. I figured I'd take this time to open a pack in TCG Pocket, and I finally pulled Grafaiai. I guess that's a sign of luck. And then, we finally got in. Upon entering the center, you're greeted by the new red-ish Gyarados statue, and it is marvelous. This is not just a statue, this is art. They really went all out with this statue and the waterfall-like presentation. I truly think this is the best Pokemon Center statue I've seen so far. The waterfall screens also have Wooper sometimes, and you're not Wooper. Who do you think you're fooling? Despite it sometimes including not Wooper, the fact it sometimes includes Wooper is enough for me to say that driving 4 hours to get here is 100% worth it, and I want to give them all my money. Now it was time to get into the exclusive items. I had a pretty big budget, and I could pick up essentially everything, with the exception of a few really expensive items. First things first, this red Gyarados and Pikachu plush. When I looked online, this was the item I wanted the most. I adore red Gyarados, so I want a really well put together plush of the beast. But I couldn't help but feel like Pikachu was slightly taking away from my excitement for this plush. I'm here for the shiny boy, not the teacher's pet. The next thing I found was a box of Hiroshima's special souvenir snack, Momiji Manju. I've bought this before and talked about it in a short, but the box before had a regular Pikachu. This one now featured Captain Pikachu, and they had what seemed like 1,000 boxes. This ain't selling out anytime soon. Here was an autumn-themed Pikachu holding red Gyarados and Magikarp kites. For some reason, I had zero interest in this. However, I did realize that the center's theming was not necessarily just Magikarp and Gyarados. They were going with an autumn theme. I kinda like that. Next were a few keychain plushies. All Pikachu. I think I was coming to a small realization about myself while looking at all these products, which I'll get into in a bit. These Pikachu all held items that are special to Hiroshima, like Momiji Manju. This one has a lemon slice because Hiroshima's lemons are delicious. And here's one with a Shimoji. or rice paddle. I didn't know this was considered a popular item in Hiroshima, as everywhere in Japan uses rice paddles, but that's one reason why I like doing these videos, because I get to learn so much about the areas I go to. As stated before, I think this Pokemon Center is doing a good job at representing its city. Thus far, I've not seen anything like this at any of the other Pokemon Centers. And to keep that going, I found a Pokemon and Hiroshima Carp collaboration. For the uninitiated, Hiroshima Carp is the professional baseball team in Hiroshima. I live in Fukuoka, which has the SoftBank Hawks. You could say I'm a fan. Now, I don't know why, but years ago I convinced myself that since the Hiroshima Carp were the closest team to Fukuoka, they were our rivals. This isn't true. This isn't even remotely true. And I know this isn't true, but because I have caveman sports brain, I've never been able to let go of this very incorrect headcanon. I may love Hiroshima. I may love the Hiroshima Pokemon Center. I hate the Hiroshima Carp with a burning passion, and I have no reason why. Anyway, these items were really cool. The first thing I noticed was this red Gyarados and Pikachu Carp baseball hat, and I love this so much, but I would hate myself if I bought it. Why does it have to say Carp? Why is Pikachu there? I've never simultaneously loved and hated a cap so much. There's also this sticker set which I half considered getting for Casey because he loves Magikarp, but I don't want to give any money to my headcanon rival team. They had Red Gyarados themed towels, they had pouches. I want all of these, but everything said Carp. They had shirts, which I actually didn't want because it kind of felt uncomfortable when I touched it. I really hope Fukuoka can also get some sort of collaboration like this going. On the other side of the aisle were a few more exclusive items. First thing I noticed were the autumn-themed hand towels. Even if I did buy these, I straight up wouldn't use them. Right here were some okonomiyaki spatulas. For me, this is a must, even if it has Pikachu on the metal part. Hiroshima okonomiyaki is my favorite Japanese food. I'm pretty much 15% a food channel at this point, so this was a must. They had so much, and I was a little bit overwhelmed by choice. They had chopsticks, they had wooden rice paddles, they had a sticker set, which I considered buying, but my students wouldn't have appreciated them, and other Pokemon stickers I've bought just collect dust. There were glass mugs, which I think looked really nice, and here was a set of acrylic charms. You can try to get them at random in singular packs or buy them as a complete set. I think this set is pretty good at showing off the autumn vibe the Pokemon Center is going for. There were also Red Gyarados and Magikarp themed kites, but this is the kind of item I would buy and have zero use for. I also didn't get great footage of it. Oops. I'm so glad I'm not into makeup because these makeup brushes were some of the more expensive exclusive items. That said, they did look very high quality, unlike the Hiroshima Carp shirts. Get whooped! It wasn't the most expensive, as this denim jacket was 40,000 yen. I thought about getting that Triple H denim look for my next wrestling entrance, but I can almost guarantee they just straight up don't have my size. I'm tall with broad shoulders and a round belly. Buying clothes in Japan is not an option. There were also denim bags with a nice linen inside. I probably would never be able to use this, so I didn't even really consider it, but it did appear to be high quality. Get whooped. Right here, it looked like there's a new release based on Team Star. It was kind of cool, and I imagine it'll be around for a while. This was also the first time I saw physical Pokemon TCG Pocket merchandise. I love this stuff, but this game ain't getting any more of my money. Because it's a Pokemon Center, they also had the usual go-to items, including the Pokemon Fits and figurines. I was a bit surprised they didn't have a surplus of Magikarp plushies. In fact, I couldn't find a single one. It could only be during this time, but the usual items you find at every store made up maybe 30% of the shelf space. Every other shelf and corner was full of Hiroshima exclusive items. I'm curious to see how this changes in a month or two. I also want to know how well everything's gonna sell. What's gonna still be available in a few months? I wanted to buy almost all of the exclusive items in Hiroshima's Pokemon Center. Kind of. I realized while I was looking at a few of the Pikachu products, I don't necessarily like Pikachu being plastered all over the place. I know that Pikachu is recognizable, but I want products without Pikachu. Even though the exclusive Pikachu products will probably be valuable someday, I'm not shopping to gain value. I'm shopping to buy cool shit. I know it's weird to complain about the mascot of my favorite franchise being on things. I understand the irony. But Pikachu being on everything kind of pulled me away from buying everything. I was about to begin panic buying and picking up everything based on the fact they might gain value someday. And I realized I don't want to do that. I probably would never sell them as it is. So I reconsidered everything I originally put in my bag, and I made a few decisions. I was going to walk away with some exclusive items, but not everything. My thoughts on the renewed center are positive. As of now, I think they've gone overboard with exclusive items, which I like a lot. But if the exclusive items to normal items ratio remains the same, I don't know if it'd be good. And I also don't see it staying that way. Best case scenario, they continue making the exclusive items and selling them in the corner of the store. Likely scenario, all of this stuff sells out and the main attraction of the center becomes the red-ish Gyarados statue and the exclusive bronze coin you can get outside of the center. I hope I'm wrong. My time at the center was over, but my time in Hiroshima was not. As they opened the store, they also opened a small play park on the roof of a nearby building. There were seemingly 100 kids around, so I had to be careful about how I took footage. It was basically Pokemon-themed playground equipment and a really small slide they designed to look like Gyarados. I physically couldn't go down it the proper way, but that wasn't going to stop me from going down.
I'm kidding.
And well, our time in Hiroshima was coming to a close.
So it's kind of my opinion that Hiroshima has some of the best specialty food I've ever had. So I think it's time that you and I go get some good old Hiroshima specialty food.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's find some special food.
Let's do it. Oh, that looks special.
I've never heard of, what is shake?
I think it's French.
We found some exclusive Hiroshima food, and we ate it in the dark. This exclusive Hiroshima lemon cheesecake shake is god tier. And we drove home.
So our journey in Hiroshima is finished. Thank you for watching this. I'm gonna try, like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. And when you get a chance, check out Mike's channel, Pokemon LID, Pokemon Lid Adventures. He's gonna have his perspective, his view on this. He's a true professional. You also have, like, I think if you want a more, I guess, informed opinion on Pokemon centers, his is the channel to go to. He's been to more of them. He's also been to some before they've been renewed and remodeled. So, yeah, you have better history with them than I do. So if you're really interested in Pokemon Center kind of stuff, check out his channel.
Thank you.
So you might be wondering, what did I get at the Hiroshima Pokemon Center? First things first, got a little hat. I don't have anything I could really do with this, so I'm gonna probably put this on the set. I intentionally didn't put it on my head. Instead, I just threw it in the bag. Not because I was embarrassed or anything, but because I was already wearing my anime Ash hat. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of put that right there. I will find a place for that eventually. Let's see here. What's next? So I had a choice to make, and I went with this, and I don't regret it at all. I know it sounds like I do. I was kind of debating whether to pick up the Gyarados plush or this, and I ultimately went with this because it looked like there was less. I think in long term this might have more value, even though I'm not buying to resell or buying to gain value on these. But when I thought about it, I was like, I have so many plushies that kind of just serve as decoration. I have hats that also serve as decoration, but I used to wear hats all the time. I like hats. I could put hats on, and I think when this kind of has... This covers my love for baseball, this covers my love for hats, it covers my love for Pokemon, it covers my love for the Pokemon Center Hiroshima. So this kind of just has all kinds of stuff in it, and I think that maybe this hat will let me let go of my tribalism and my just unnecessary hate and disdain for carp. So yeah, and also I was kind of thinking long term that maybe someday this can serve as a nice gift for my dad. He's also a baseball fan, and if I'm just like, yeah, carp are pretty cool too, he'll probably be like, all right, sounds good to me. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff on the bottom. Magikarp, I like this. It feels kind of cheap, and it was cheap in comparison. I believe it was about the same as the plush Gyarados that ultimately I did not get, and I think that maybe because of that, it is an item that might run out sooner. I don't know. I have a feeling that this might not be a recurring thing. It might not be a recurring item. This is the item that I'm considering. This is my item. Da-da! A little, like, spatula with Pikachu on it. It says Pokemon Center Hiroshima on it, I believe. Yes, it does. I probably am not going to use this. If I use it, I will use it once, and I'm going to use it. I think I have an idea to try to make myself some okonomiyaki. If I can make okonomiyaki, I'd be pretty happy. And when I do it, I will use this to cut up open the okonomiyaki and eat it. But yeah, I think this is kind of the perfect item from the Pokemon Center in Hiroshima. This is the perfect item. So especially because, like, as I've mentioned a few times, the Hiroshima okonomiyaki is in my top, like, 3 favorite Japanese foods. So now I just gotta learn to make it. Da-da! It is a Magikarp bottle opener. And this is another thing that I saw it and I was like, that is perfect. It's not a plush. It's like more kind of niche. This is perfect. And I guess I'll say it in this video, but I got this for my friend Casey because he loves beer and he loves Magikarp. Magikarp is, I'm going to say, one of his favorite Pokemon. So I feel like this is the best gift for my friend Casey. Duh! There we go. Pikachu holding the Momiji Manju. Once again, this is a gift. I went ahead and I got it for Maka because I feel like she would appreciate this kind of gift. It's a cute little Pikachu. We got Deerling right there. She likes deer, especially the deer on Miyajima, which is very famous for the deer, and it's also got the Momiji Manju, so which we bought and ate together. So yeah, this is a gift for Maka. This is one thing that I bought because when I was kind of looking at things that I feel are going to be that I would have regretted not getting, this would probably be the number one thing that I would have regretted. It's so simple, it's so easy. It's got the whole, like, sort of autumn theme to it. This is number one. This is the number one thing that I would have regretted not getting, and also was the cheapest. So yeah, I went very simple. And if I ever get the chance, I would like to pick up another one. Last but not least, I finally did it. After looking and looking and looking, I finally did it. I have found a Terrestrial Fest EX box. It contains 10 packs. I am looking for some certain cards, and I think if you buy this, you are guaranteed a rare card. So let's open this up. Art one. Let's see. Does this just go off? Is it gonna be real smooth? Gonna be real smooth? My first time ever doing it, guys. I'm a box virgin. I did it. Boom. Nice and clean on the top. Here we go. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. What did we get? Doublade. I also have bad hands, so I don't know how to hold stuff. Oh, this has been very popular from what I understand. Okay, Snover, baby. Oh, Relicanth. Oh, Relicanth too. It's the grass type. Ah, I believe I have this card already. I believe I'm already in possession. All right, that was set 1. That was pack number 1. Here we go. Butt up. Whoa, Flacky. Hey, Vaporeon. I just pulled that Sylveon. Is it sort of a hollow version of that? I don't know. I don't know enough about these cards, to be honest with you. Zoroark. Ooh. And whoa, Yabancha EX. Nice, dude. Ooh. What's this guy's name? I don't like their names because they don't click, and they're not easy to remember. Hey, Didinspurs. See, now that's a name right there, my man. Didinspurs. Okay. Whoa! I guess kind of in Japanese it's Dora Poruto. Ah, okay. Hello. Hello, candy apple boy. Ooh. Fungus. Halucha. Luchaburu. Is that the last card in this set? Because that'll crack me up. Please no. Alright. It's Electric Hands. Oh, Sudowoodo. Oh, one of these special, really bright pink cards, really hard on the eyes. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Ogerpon Blue Boy. I like it. I like this art a lot. I generally don't like EX cards because I don't like popping out of the box. But I do like how this looks. I think that's kind of cool. We are halfway through. Underappreciated Pokemon. I don't remember the name. It's hard to recall the English names while looking at the Japanese, while reading the Japanese. What's this guy's name? Like Seismitoad or something like that? Goldengo. Oh, that's a dope one. Has this been one of those cards that... Yeah, this is one of those cards that gets used on me whenever I was playing it recently with my friends. Alright. Whoa! It's the Backstreet Boys. It can see it's an SAR, which probably means something important. I'll put that right there. Oh, it's Helioisk. Booster EX. I think there's one more. There's not. If I pull Umbreon, I will go watch a carp game. Regigigas. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Ah, boo. Ooh, Badoo. Oh, that's that robot chick. I pulled Blackie, so I guess that means I gotta go watch a carp game. That will be a follow-up video on the second channel. Bloodborne Ursalerna. Another. I think I already have this one actually, so I think I pulled this one a lot. We got one more pack. Last pack. Give me your energy, guys. Because if it ends anticlimactically, then there's no reason to even put this in the video, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay over here. Stop moving around. Stay. Here we go. Dun. Kadabra. Video's over, guys. Pulled Kadabra. Gonna get sued. What's up, Casey? Gonna go ahead and put Casey right here. Oh, this Magikarp too. Fralligator. The Slitherwing. Is this last? I think this might be last. I don't know. I'm not keeping count. I know it's not last, but could you imagine? Could you imagine? Here we go. Real last. Oh. Oh my. Whoa. That is so fucking cool, dude. That is so dope. It's the Blood Moon Ursula. Whoa, dude. That is sick. That is insane. It is an SAR, so I guess that means it's like special. I'll put it right there. That is crazy. Yeah, I guess take it over. Past free, future free, editing free. It's up to you to close this out. How dare I do this to me? Overall,
I'm satisfied with my trip to Hiroshima's remodeled Pokemon Center. I'm happy I could experience the one from before, and the new one is pretty solid. It's decent size, the statue is amazing, there's Wooper. There's not much else I can ask for. I hope the exclusive items remain, but I don't want them to take up more than half of the store. I'll be coming back in a few months to check it out again. If I come back and there is still the red Gyarados plush with Pikachu, I will pick it up then. Until then, I have many more adventures to share. See you next time.